Created a death trap. Good morning on Monday. I've only got Molly, Teddy and Darcy today because Bella's out with Aunt. And we've left very late for the morning walk because it's already 10 past 11. They normally have their walk about 9. But I was editing and then I had a long phone call and then I was editing some more and then I wanted to get the editing finished and then I realised I had to strip the bed and get that on and blah blah blah. So we're having a late walk. And because of that I thought I won't do harnesses, I'll just put leads on collars in the good old fashioned way. And coming up the road has made me realise just how wonderful those new harnesses are. I know that I've banged on and on about them and I promise you I'm not sponsored by the company. They're not even expensive, I think they're under 10 quid each. They do different sizes, but we bought 2 the same size, so I'm not sure about the price difference on the sizes. And they have revolutionised bringing Molly and Darcy up the road. And that has been very much illustrated by the fact that one of my arms is now 3 foot longer than the other from a 2-minute walk. Natalie's just phoned and said that she's got a break from work today. She's got break cover, so she's going to get a break. So do I want to go Home Bargains? I don't need anything at Home Bargains, but she must want to go for something. So when I've done this dog walk, we take them back. We go to Home Bargains. I've got to do the parcel shop run. I've got to get the sheets on the line. Nothing exciting happening today, but then when does it ever?
Yeah, just like a big cheap bugger.
And I once saw that one the other day, which was a green, but that's not it though.
No, it was a light green one, wasn't it?
I really like the smell of it.
We've got the shower cream thing in gingerbread.
And chocolate and pistachio. I don't know if I want chocolate shower foam.
What's Keeping It Real smell like?
No, is there anything you want to do there?
I don't know. It's quite nice, it's very mild.
Oh, it's sweet. Those are very nice, aren't they? Very pretty looking. Christmas stuff's in.
Oh, I need someone else.
What? I really like those, but I don't think they fit me.
Or Halloween gone.
Halloween gone, cage.
That's really cute. It's so blue. Not the kind of mug I'm here for, though. Oh, I like these. Look how cute that is. Mum.
Yeah, that is cute.
Yeah, little skeleton ones.
So much Halloween stuff.
It's getting bigger and bigger every year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very American.
Right, I can't see my Reese's pumpkins though. What's going on here?
I've not seen any yet.
I can't see pumpkins or Christmas trees. Not a lot of gonkage in here though. I mean, there's a big one.
I don't think they're going to be in fashion again this year. Because they've been everywhere for the last year or two.
Yeah.
So it'd be something else this year. It'd be trains or whatever.
One of you asked how much this was when I came in a couple of weeks ago and featured it in a video, and they asked how much it was and I couldn't remember. It's $8.99. Just dropped my parcels off, including one that I'd already posted once. So the very lovely Suzanne, who bought a tea set off me, and I posted it out to her almost a week ago. And then very randomly, yesterday morning, it turned up back on my doorstep, presumably delivered back by Every. I didn't see the driver, I just heard a knock on the door. Oh, it's hot. I heard a knock on the door, and by the time I got to the door, there was a parcel on the doorstep and no sign of any driver, and it was the parcel I had posted out, but it didn't have return to sender or anything written on it. And this is the second time this has happened to me with the parcel I've sent through Every. And I can only assume that that the computer reads the barcode and redirects it back to me instead of sending it. I don't know. Anyway, I had to email Suzanne and say I'm awfully sorry this has reappeared, but I'll send it out again. And I've just sent it out again. So yeah, that's done. Parcels are dropped off. Train of thought. Parcels. I'm going now to Iceland to buy casserole veg, because I want to do a big beef stew and freeze it in portions for work. I froze my remainder of my mash slab last week, as you saw, and you didn't see me freezing it, but anyway, I used some of the mash slab and I froze the remainder in portions. And I want to do portions of stew, because I thought that would be handy for work. Sorry, I was just watching somebody hose piping his own roof. The roof of his house, not his car. Standing there washing his roof with a hose pipe. You do you, boo. So yeah, Iceland now, casserole veg. I've got to take a bag of stuff into Nat at work because she got it from Home Bargains, but she had to go back to Home Bargains. She had to go back to work on her scooter and couldn't take her breakables, so I've got to drop that off as well. And pick up the step ladder, which she has finished with at work now, which I dropped off in last week's vlog. This is the thing with a Monday. The things that happened to me yesterday happened to you a week ago, if you see what I mean, or you saw them happen a week ago. Okay, Iceland. Successfully got my casserole veg, but I was looking for some white chocolate spread for a recipe that I saw somebody doing on TikToks, and I can't find a white chocolate spread in any of the shops I've been in today. So rather than trek around the entire country trying different supermarkets, I will go and have a look online and see which ones sell it, and then make a plan accordingly. Sorry, reversing out of parking space. I've still got the tail end of my cold, so It's obviously a lingerer. A lot of you suggested it may have been COVID. There's a very strong chance you're right, judging by how it wiped me out. And somebody said in the comments for the vlog that went out, I hope your mum didn't get it. Mum did unfortunately get my lurgy, but she's come out the other end of it herself now. The thing is that I say to her, I'm not well, Mum, shall I not come? Thinking that she shouldn't be getting it. And she's like, oh no, I want you to come, I want you to come. And I'm like, okay, but you'll probably get my cold if oh no, I want you to come, it's alright. And what can you do? What can you do? I think I could say to her, Mum, I've got the plague, I've got leprosy, and she'd be like, oh no, I still want you to come. And I get it, it's because she leads a very unexciting life, and then the days on which she does things are the high points in her week, and those are the bits she looks forward to. Even if we don't do anything exciting, those are the bits she looks forward to. So I get that she doesn't want to miss out, but I do worry about the fact that quite often she's picking up bugs for me that she doesn't need to have. What can you do? I tried to time it so that I wouldn't come back at the school run time, and it's 3:20, which is exactly school run time. So well done, Carla, you've done a cracking job of that. Well done. 4 o'clock, I'm in my chair. I'm going to give myself half an hour. I may doze, I don't know, I feel like I could sleep. I'm definitely still full of this stinker of a cold. Well, not full of it, just struggling with the tail end of it, let's be honest. I am tired. I think this is the first time I've stopped all day though, really. Yeah, so half an hour in the chair because I've got other stuff I want to do. I've got some cakes to ice. I have got the stew on, that's going. But that didn't get in until just now, so that's not going to be ready. I put up 4 hours on high is, even then you're looking at 8 o'clock. So that's probably not tonight's dinner now, but never mind. Doesn't matter. Half an hour in the chair, see where I am thought-wise after that. You know, I was talking earlier on about those, about the dog leads revolutionising something and just making it so much more simple. And I said I'd link them again. And I'm also going to link these again. These are the sheet holders. They are, in most people's eyes, completely unnecessary. But you label them. You put in there the duvet cover, the bottom sheet, the 2 pillowcases. And a lot of people will come back in the comments and say, I just put it all inside a pillowcase. And I used to do that. But this makes me happy. They change my life. They make everything easier. I pull it out. I know it's all there. It keeps it flat and it makes me happy. So I'll link those in the description box again for you. Because your mind might work like mine does. These things might make you happy too. And if putting it all into a pillowcase is what makes you happy, then that's fine too, isn't it? That's absolutely tickety-boo. Right, you know I can't do this without the loaf. Okay, Echo, play Meatloaf.
This is Meatloaf from Spotify.
Echo, volume up. Echo, volume up. As if it happened only yesterday, and we're glowing like the middle on the edge of the night. Barely 17 and we were barely dressed. Oh, it's cold and lonely in the deep dark night. Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Started swearing to my garden on my mother's grave. I would love you till the end of time. But God only knows what I could do right now. I'm praying for the end of time. Far away, and it was so much better than it is today. Echo, stop. Turns out that song is just long enough for me to put the sheets on the bed. And that's me. Where's my popper? There it is. Pop up, will ya? Done. Right, have I got anything else I've got to do? My stew's nowhere near ready, so we're not having stew yet. I've got clothes to put away as always. I'm going to sit and read a bit of my book and then I'm going to get up and put my clothes away. I'm not calling it a day just yet. I've got to go to work tomorrow. So, yeah, need to get something else done today before I give in. So I'm going to read a little bit of my book, maybe 25 minutes reading, and then I'm going to get up and put my clothes away. And then I might call it a day. I'm out in the car with Anthony. We just popped to Tesco and I was trying to show you this amazing pink sunset, but unfortunately just by the time I got my phone out we'd gone downhill. So now all you're seeing is people's houses, but we were on a bit of high ground and the sunset is beautiful. But there you go, there's a bit, look, see, there's a bit there. Apparently we're going another way now, so he's obviously taking us to a sunset. That looks amazing.
We ain't going that far, we ain't going that.
That looks so
Just went in the direction brief.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? There is nothing like getting into clean sheets. Oh, right. As you can see, I popped back out. Anthony said, I'm going out, do you need anything? And I said, where are you going? He said, I don't know. And I said, well, I only need something from either Tesco or Morrison's, because I looked for that white chocolate spread and it was Tesco or Morrison's that sold it. And he went, oh, well, I'll go to Tesco then. What do you need? And I started to tell him and he went, oh, why don't you just come? So I just went. and as you can see, he took a detour so that I could show you the sunset. So that was nice of him. I'm home. I have put those clothes away. I didn't want to. I came home and I was like, I don't want to put those clothes away. And I was like, just man up. Or woman up. Or whatever it is up. Person up. Human up. Being up. Just up yourself. Just get on with it, woman. So I've done it. And it took 2 minutes. Like 5 at the most. I put Mr. Loaf back on. He's great man for helping you get things done, is Meatloaf. I've spoken to my mother. I am all done for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow. But it'll probably be tomorrow evening because I'm working in the day. Good evening on Tuesday. I've just finished work. Natalie sent me a message saying, can I bring home some garlic bread as she has made a pasta bake? So I'm going to stop in Aldi and get garlic bread. And I feel like there was something else I wanted and I'm wondering if I might remember it while I'm in Aldi. I might not. I don't know what it was. I might get some ordinary bread because I haven't got anything for sandwiches at the moment. I feel like there was something like you know, not just I might get. There was something I remembered that I might needed to get, and I don't know what it was. Don't know what it was. I have to have a shower and a hair wash tonight because my hair feels minging. Natalie is taking Lexi to a new drama group tonight that Lexi's considering joining. And I don't know, I think Tammy's going to do one of the journeys and I'm going to do the other. So I don't know if I'm doing drop-off or pick-up. So that affects my plan for what time to have my shower. So I can't... No, this is... I tell you what, it is edge of the seat stuff as usual, hereabouts. Can't make that decision until I know what Tammy wants to do. But yeah, have to have a shower tonight. There was a recipe I can't speak. There was a recipe that I saw on the internet that I wanted to have a crack at as well, which I've now got all the stuff I needed for. So that might be tonight. Maybe. It's very busy at Aldi. Car park's heaving. Why is everybody here? They can all go away. I don't want to shop in a crowd. I want the place to myself like a princess. Not a princess. Oh, I've made a mistake. I've driven past an available parking space and now there isn't another one. Oh no, mistakes have been made. Oh, poop. Do you know when you see a space and you go, there's one, and you go, no, but I'll just go a bit further up? Well, that was my error. I'll go back round again. Oh, there's one there now, that'll do. That'll do, I can drive straight into that one. Beautiful! Bernard Matthews styly, beautiful. Right, what am I here for? Memory, garlic bread and ordinary bread. Garlic bread and ordinary bread. I can only assume that Aldi have given in and put their central heating on because it was roasting in there. I'd take my cardigan off. Could have passed out at the till quite easily. Did you see what I got? Did you see what I got? I've never seen a select, like a mixed pack. What do they call it? An assorted snack size shapes. Pumpkins, ghosts and bats. I've never seen a mixed pack before. Do not know what size they are. Let's have a look. Has it got calories on? 541 calories per 100 grams. I don't know what size each one is. There it is. I think they're smaller than they were usual. Yeah, they're little bitty ones. This is good for me. 17 grams. 541 calories per 100 grams. Makes them 54 calories for 10 grams. So that makes them about 75-ish, 75, 80 calories maybe. I'm quite pleased about that. Reese's peanut butter bat. Should we see if they actually are bat shaped? Well, is it a bat or is it a blob? You decide. Bat or blob? In the comments right now, before you go any further through this video, vote bat or vote blob. Tastes okay. I'm sure them being little is a good sign. Just wonder if they're all 17 grams. Have a look. Yeah. All three varieties are 17 grams each. Pleased about that because the Manjaro does work. And the trees that I buy usually come in a pack of 2. Pre-Manjaro Carla would have eaten a pack of 2 and then another pack of 2 and possibly a third pack of 2. Manjaro Carla eats one and then goes, oh, I don't really want the other one, but brought up to finish all of it before and make it all gone, Carla eats anyway, if you see what I mean. So yeah, smaller ones individually wrapped, ideal. They were $4.99 a pack, which I think is a lot of money. I don't know how many's in there. I'll count them when I get back. I'll tell you how many's in there, put them on the screen, and then we'll work out how much they are each. And I'll do a comparison with the price that I normally pay for the other ones. That'll be exciting. Watch this space for more thrilling adventures in price comparison land. Right, let's take this garlic bread home to Natalie and find out what's happening this evening. Right, I am on the drop-off and we need to leave here just after 6:30. It's now 6:10. I've just eaten a little bit of pasta bake. I didn't really want much. Cleaned up the kitchen, started the dishwasher. Natalie manages to use even more dishes than I do when she cooks, which is quite a feat. And I'm going to have 25 minutes in the chair and possibly fall asleep before taking them and dropping them off, and then I'm going to come back and have my shower. Right, we are in car. I've got that one.
Have you got your belt on now?
Put your seatbelt on at once. The very notion. I'm on drop off. We've decided Tammy will do the pickup, which I am excessively pleased about because it means I can go back after this, get showered and get to bed. I am so tired. I was saying tonight, I think it might be because it's Manjaro full first day. I did my jab yesterday morning. It usually hits me the next day and I hadn't considered that. But yeah, so dropping Lexi off, and you're staying with her, aren't
I'm
you?
staying with her for this time, yeah.
So it's called SMAD, it's Seamills Amateur Dramatics, and Natalie used to go there. In fact, that's where you met Lexi's mum.
Jess, yeah.
So Lexi's mum is Jess, Nat's friend, and that's where they first met, when Nat did amateur dramatics in your teens, I suppose?
Yeah, I was 14.
Yeah.
And you weren't born yet.
You weren't even considered.
Weren't even in utero.
You weren't even a threat on the landscape. So Lexi's decided she might like to give it a go, so that's where they're going. And then I'm going back for a shower. And
Lexi has decided she wants to be a singer.
a singer.
And to be fair, girl got pipes.
Mm-hmm. They're a very singy family, it has to be said. They've all got...
So I'll have
You
a
got the
lovely
music
clip of her
in you.
singing Matilda.
Have you got a nice clip of
I
that?
have got a lovely clip.
Well, that's something for the vlog to
You're not
enjoy.
looking at where you're going.
No, I nearly had her off a moped twice because she couldn't decide where she wanted to be. I'll go back for her in a minute. I'll get on the third go round. So yeah, look, we'll put a clip of Lexi singing in now for you. Lexi said, absolutely not. This is, of course, her prerogative. Hopefully she will get over this shyness by the time she hits fame and fortune, as singers who won't let people listen tend not to be quite as successful as the standard kind. 10 to 8. I'm showered. I'm pyjamaed or nightied at least. I'm in my bed. I am so done. I'm just absolutely knackered today. So tired. Tomorrow is another day. Huzzah. I didn't realise my hair had gone so weird. I'm at the unit, as you can tell. Just popped in, picked up the stuff I've sold. I've got everybody in the car. My hair has definitely gone odd. Everybody's in the car. We've been for breakfast, so you can film that. Anthony's come into the unit and helped me lift that suitcase back up of Tammy's so I can manoeuvre around it again. And now he's in the loo, I think. Or he might be back in the car already. But yeah, hold on. I think we're going to go to Old Lady Bingo this afternoon.
2 and 6, 26. On its own, number 4. 1 and 9, 19. 8 and 4, 84. 7 and 8, 78. 1 and 0, 10. All the 8s, 88. Yeah.
73
Sam,
for ages.
194.
37. I wanted 37. Firstly, congratulate us because we did do a win at bingo for once.
Hey!
Only little ones, but it's old lady bingo, so it's not big money. We paid £15 each to play.
Yep.
And we won
26 each.
26 each. So yeah, we actually came out with a profit for once. And I brought my bingo ticket out with me. This is not a winner. Because one of you guys, somebody in the States said, I don't understand British bingo. Makes no sense to me. So when I've seen it played in the States, they seem to have lots of tickets all laid out in front of them.
Yeah, they have, it's spelled, so they do it B-I-N-G-O, don't they?
Yeah.
They have lines, and I think it goes 1 to 20, 21 to 40, if I remember rightly. And
See,
it only
I've
goes
never
up to
played
80
it.
numbers, I
Yeah.
think.
Whereas in the UK, there are 90 numbers on every page. So you have a book, you might have 10 pages in the book or whatever. There are 90 numbers on every page, and as they call them, they're in numerical columns. So they're not in numerical order down the columns. So for example, on this one you can see 6 is above 1 is above 4. this is 1 to 10. This is 11 to 20.
21 to 30.
And so on and so forth. So each column is a numerical column. And they call the numbers randomly, and we usually play for one line on any one line out of a grid of 3. So each separate grid of 3 operates independently to the rest of the sheet. And we normally play for any one line out of a grid of 3, and then most places then do any 2 lines on a grid of 3, and then a full house is to fill up an entire grid of 3. So there's 15 numbers in each grid. 5 numbers per line, 15 numbers per grid. And most places do 1 line, 2 lines, and then a full house. The Sunday night bingo play it weird. They do odd patterns. So that's a whole other ball game. But yes, so for whoever it was who said I do not understand British bingo, that's how it works. That's how you play. All the pages look the same, different colours, so you know whether you're playing on the right page. Although I've never really understood why that
I
matters.
think there's 75 numbers to American bingo. There's 15 on each line, if I remember rightly. It's confusing because they also play for the 4
So
corners as well.
I think in the US they say like N24 or whatever, don't they? Yeah, it was where we just have the numbers. But there you go. So that's how British bingo works. And essentially, the prize money is established by
How many people play?
By how many are playing. Yeah. So there's a percentage of the money goes to the house, and a percentage of the money goes back into the prize fund. So yeah, at old lady bingo, it might pay like £5 for the line, £10 for 2 lines, and £15 for the full house. If you go to big bingo, like you see us at Club 3000 bingo, then you could be paying £100 a line, £200 2 lines, £500 for the full house. It's different on different nights there. It's not always the same. But yeah, there we go. So I thought I would just fill you in. And of course, all the British people are going, we know this is not news. Yeah. I have had a busy day. I haven't shown you a lot of it because it's been pretty much me doing all the stuff I do all the other days. But this is the first time I feel like I've really stopped. Apart from bingo, obviously I sat down during bingo. That would have been weird, wouldn't it? If I'd been bombing around during bingo. But the whole time I've been in the house, I've been doing stuff. I bought these earlier in Lidl's. I'm plainly not going to eat the whole bag because it's bigger than my head. But the only thing I've eaten today was a sausage sandwich when I was out at breakfast. So I thought I'd have some snackies. They're quite nice. They're a bit like, they taste like Ringos, only obviously they're not Ringo shaped. They're just little own brand. I'm going to ring my mother. In the morning I need to get up and do parcels before going to see my mother. Ring my mother and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And you'll see her too. My mother and I will see you tomorrow. Or something. Bella, there's no rush, love. Okay, slightly weird angle for you because I turned the phone around the wrong way because I've got it plugged in at the same time. So now I don't know, you look weird. Anyway, we're off to Mum's. We've got to pick up Tamsin first. I really need my fringe cut.
I'll do it.
You will not. Why? Natalie's in the car.
Might be good.
You might not be good, and then I'd have to live with it.
I'll be worse than you.
You can be much worse than me.
What about if I try and just take millimetres off, and then if I'm bad, you can fix it?
Yeah, maybe I'll just check myself. Anyway, as I was saying, we've got to pick Tamsin up first because today is on the first Thursday of the month, Tamsin goes to do Mum's cleaning for her. So we've got to go and pick Tamsin up first, but then we've got to go parcel shop because I've just done my parcel. Oh, that's a nice mirror. Just trash picking on the side of the road. Just done my parcels, and they've got to go to the parcel shop. And Natalie's got stuff for the clothing bank. So and we should be picking up Tamsin now. We've only just left the house. So we're off to a flying start. So we went and picked Tamsin up, and she got in the car. Ta-da! And she looked like she'd just been dug up, to be frank. Sorry, Tamsin. She does watch the vlog. Sorry, Tamsin, but you did. You look like somebody just dug you up. And we were like, you okay? And she was like, no, I've had a terrible night. My dad's in hospital. We were with my dad in the hospital until 2 a.m. We don't know what's wrong with him. And then we had to take my stepmom home. And we didn't get home until 4 o'clock. So I've only had a couple of hours sleep. And I was like, okay, well, you don't need to come and do mum's cleaning. That can wait. She won't mind. And no, I didn't want to let you down. Didn't want to let you down. And I was like, okay, are you sure? And she was like, yes. And I was like, because I can just, it's fine. And she was like, no, I'll come. And then I was like, have you got to be back for the school run? And she was like, no, Nick's home because it's his birthday. I was like, why are you coming to clean my mother's house? It's your husband's birthday. You both had a rubbish night. Get out of my car and go back and spend the day with your husband. He's got the day off work for his birthday. And she's coming to clean my mum. So absolutely not. So we sent her home again, basically. We've dismissed her. We told her mum's cleaning will wait for another day, which it will, you know. Mum won't mind.
Yeah, our house, it's only a Hoover and dust.
Yeah, mum will not mind in the slightest. We'll change her bed, which we would have done anyway.
If it needs doing, I'll whip the Hoover around.
Yeah. So absolutely, you will not come and clean my mother's house on your husband's birthday when you've been up all night worrying about your dad. That won't be happening. So it's change of plan. No Tamsin. Tamsin is vacant. Tamsin's seat is vacant. Next stop, Clothes Bank and parcel shop, and then mum's. Right, I am at mother's. There is mother.
There's mother. Hello.
In front of me, I have the comments from last week's weekly waffle regarding the soup situation. The soup situation. Soup issue. Soup shoe. So, for example, we've got Catherine's husband who says, if it's in a square bowl, then you need a square spoon to get into the corners. However, Tina says, totally agree with you, Carla. Soup is shapeless and will conform to any container. Exactly. My point is not the container. Bearing in mind, Natalie's here and she's already weighing in. If you want to weigh in, come round this side so you can weigh in on camera, please.
I only have one weigh in.
Oh, God, hang on then. Weigh away.
We never said that it would not take the shape of a receptacle.
You said...
It will. It's liquid.
You said...
We say that it shouldn't.
You said, word for word, soup is round. You said it multiple times. Soup is round.
Should be round. It's not... I know how liquids work.
No, see, I think you are arguing a different argument now. What you are now is soup... What you're now saying is soup should be served round.
Yeah, because it's round.
But that's not what they were saying. Soup is round. My entire point of this argument is that soup is not round. Soup is a liquid and therefore it is a shapeshifter. And they are now arguing. There are no ethics. Soup is not ethical.
Soup has ethics. Soup is one of the most ethical foods there is.
My point is that they have now changed their argument. They're now saying, oh no, we're not talking about the soup itself. We're talking about the receptacle.
I'm not saying anything.
This is true. You haven't weighed in
I haven't
yet.
spoken.
But yeah, soup is shapeless and is a shapeshifter. Fun Stuff says, I'm only up to the great soup debate and I'm laughing my ass off when you baffled your mum with the logic of round soup becoming square in a different receptacle. The look on her face. See?
I didn't see that.
Hills Weasley says soup can go in any bowl, of course, yeah. But then there are a lot of people, unfortunately...
Soup can't go in a pasta bowl.
Soup can go in any bowl. Unfortunately, a lot of people do agree with my mother and say that soup is round and that she is right and I am wrong. And the only thing I can say to all these people is you are all wrong. I will not be swayed on this. I will die on this hill of soup. Soup is not a shape. Soup is shapeless and therefore can be served. I can make a hill of soup if I want. If I freeze it, if I freeze soup, then I can make a hill out of it and I can die on my hill of soup.
And you're going to get very cold. You're going to die
But
of frostbite.
you'll be pleased to know a lot of people agreed with you.
Of course they did.
They're all wrong.
No.
You are all wrong together.
Soup is round, your bowl should be round, your
But
spoon
also,
should be
some
round.
people agreed with you about your disciplinarian behaviour towards Molly.
Oh, you told them.
Yeah, some people thought that you were right and that Molly was a bully. One person actually said Molly is a bully.
One person was correct.
One person was not correct. Molly is a perfect princess and can do no wrong. Some people said
If you
that...
keep telling her that, she'll be a spoiled brat and get up to all sorts.
She is a spoiled brat and gets up to all sorts.
No, but she will be worse.
Princess. But one person did point out that it is pack behaviour, and as Molly is the elder, it is her job to put Darcy in her place. It's good for Darcy to learn that. Pack dynamics, I agree with that. I do not agree that Molly is a bully. Molly's a perfect princess. Molly is not a bully. Nan is a bully for being mean to Molly.
No, because Molly didn't think so. Molly came and basically sort of said she was sorry, and I said, that's all right, Molly. I just don't want you being aggressive towards Darcy in my house.
However, I'm going to end this little segment with this perfect quote from... I've lost it. Hang on while I find the perfect quote again. Marta Cox. I enjoyed this, and I'm guessing that Soup is immoral and just hangs loose with no sense of shame. I have a question for the vlog. We've turned up at the carvery. This van is outside. It says, Elis, circular services at work. I want to know what circular services are. If you either work for Elis, know someone who does, or even know what circular services are, please let me know, because what on earth are circular services?
Much later.
I'm thinking of introducing a new drinking game. And it's going to be take a shot every time you see Carla load the dishwasher. And I've got a feeling you're all going to be absolutely legless 99% of the time. Because all I seem to do with my time is load the dishwasher. Also taking out the things that are transparent that people didn't spot when they emptied it. I have had a lovely evening with a friend from work. She came round and we've spent the night rabbiting and eating. Nat made ice cream. We've had a lovely evening. And now I'm going to load the dishwasher and call it a day because I have to work tomorrow. I don't think I have filmed much of my day today, for which I can only apologise. Some weeks, I keep saying this, don't I? Some weeks I do less than others. Some days I get involved in the things that I'm doing rather than the showing of the things that I'm doing. But anyway, we get the dishwasher loaded. Ah! Try not to fall over and break my neck in my own kitchen. Dishwasher and bedtime. Oh, before I go to bed, I've got to try and rescue Nat's jumper. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so this is Nat's new, much loved, where are they from? Blakely jumper, which is apparently what all the cool kids are wearing. And tonight, my cool kid has fried bacon in hers and now it's covered in grease spots. So the tried and tested method in this house for getting rid of grease spots on clothing is to rub washing up liquid into it and leave it overnight and wash it as normal the next day. So that's what we have to do. This is the second one of these jumpers she's had. She didn't get the first one covered in grease spots. The first one she shrank out of. She lost so much weight that it didn't fit her anymore. So that one went to Tammy. And she treated herself to a lovely new one. And this, I think, is probably the second time she's worn it. And here it is, covered in oil. Fingers crossed. I don't have fairy liquid. Normally I use fairy liquid for this. I don't have any. I have this own brand version from Sainsbury's, so let's just hope that the Sainsbury's one does just as good a job. And in case you've never tried this method, you literally put on neat washing up liquid, you work it in. I've got a little brush, you work it into each spot, patiently and not being annoyed with your 29-year-old child while you're doing it, for wrecking her new jumper and being sad about it. Oh, I've made bubbles everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles. bubbles are everywhere. They fly. So mine didn't fly high. Mine flew downwards. Okay, and then basically fold it up, leave it overnight, wash it in the morning. If any of you have a better tried and tested method for getting rid of grease spots out of clothing, I'd love to hear it, because we're quite a grease spotty household one way or another. Good morning on Friday. It is a wet and drizzly day. They did say rain was coming back. They did say it. I don't know who they are, you know. The people that say the things. The what's the word for people who predict weather? The weather predictors. What? Forecasters, is that what I want? It is Friday morning. I am off to work. It is cold and grey and miserable. And I did point my car the wrong way round when I parked. So now, trying to get out of my road is a challenge. Because it's school run time. Huzzah! I generally, I'm sure I've said this before, generally try to remember to park my car facing the other way on a school day. When it's going to be a school day. I should put some lights on, it's a bit grim out now. I love the fact that this guy has just carried on driving directly towards me despite the fact that plainly I can't go anywhere. Yes, but there's children on the pavement. Absolute melt. Sorry, literally he pulled directly up to me despite the fact that he could have pulled in to let me past. He pulled directly up to me and then he waved at me to drive up on the pavement where there were plainly children walking. So yeah, why don't I just mount the curb and mow down an assortment of youth? Why not? Why don't, that seems like an excellent plan, doesn't it? Stupid man. Got so lost in my rant, I don't know what I was saying now. Going to work. Going to work is pretty much all I was saying. I'm going to work, and I have nothing. I don't know. I've lost it. Whatever I thought I was going to say to you has gone and may never return, and probably wasn't anything that was going to go down in the history books anyway, was it? So I will see you guys this evening when I'm perhaps a little bit more lucid. And I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I know I'm not. I don't think I'm going out anywhere. You know, I think I'll be at home, but I don't know. I could do with doing some eBay listing. I sat in bed this morning. I was editing this morning, looking at my desk, which is still covered in an assortment of Denby and Thomas China. And I thought to myself, why haven't you listed that, Carla? Why has that become scenery? I have this thing where you put it down, and if it sits there long enough, it just becomes part of the landscape, and therefore I don't deal with it. So maybe tonight I will focus on that stuff that's become scenery, and at least maybe if I say to myself, right, I will at least do the Denby and the Thomas China, because behind that there's another pile of stuff, and there's all those audiobooks I bought that need listing, and they're an easy list, so I don't know why I haven't done them. This is what I'll do tonight. This is providing nothing occurs to prevent me. I will sit at the desk and list the China. And then I will take the box of audiobooks over to the soft office, i.e. the bed, and I can sit there and list audiobooks on my bed. Can't list China on my bed, because you know you can't just pile plates up next to you on bed. But the box of audiobooks, I can do that from my bed whilst watching telly or whatever. So yay. That's what I will do tonight, providing nothing more exciting comes up. And believe you me, I will find something more exciting if I can. Queen of procrastination. See you later. It is picking up for a storm, I think. The wind is picking up. I think they did say there was going to be high winds, because my friend and hairdresser Hayley is currently in Mallorca, and she was messaging me about coming back today and said that they've been told there might be flight delays because of the storm that's expected to hit Bristol. And certainly the wind's picking up. Anyway, I've just finished work, and my colleague has just given me the ultimate idea for my tea, which is cheese and beans on toast. I was like, oh my god, what a day to be alive. I haven't had cheese and beans on toast for ages, and I really fancy it now. And I've only got to feed myself tonight because everybody else is elsewhere. Nat's at work, Tammy's at work, Anthony will have ate by now. We haven't got the girls tonight. So yeah, cheese and beans on toast for the win. I'm desperately in need of a fringe trim. As you heard me saying to Nat earlier in the week, she's not doing it. I might do it myself, but she's not going near it. So I'm going to go home now. Am I going to make me... No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home now. I'm going to do some of that listing that I talked about. And then I'm going to reward. There's not two W's in reward. Why can't I say reward? I'm going to reward myself with my cheese and beans on toast after I've done some listing. I don't know how many listings, but some listing before I can... Because it's only 5 o'clock. I don't need to... Oh God, am I on the... I might be on the dog walk. No, I'm not on the dog walk today. I'm going to go home. I'm going to check if I'm meant to be walking the dogs. Then I'm going to make a plan from there. Watch this space. Okay, good news. Not on the evening dog walk. That's already been done. That was Anthony. So, there is absolutely no excuse for me not to do some listing. Sadly. So, ow. Come on, knees. Up we go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some listing. I'm going to put you on charge because you're nearly flat. And I am going to list both of those piles of china. Can you see them both? Here and here. I'm going to list both of those and then see how I feel and whether I'm ready for dinner. Alrighty then. Look at my empty chairs because I'm not sitting in it. I've done it. I have listed that stack there. Those bits there. That stack there. I do need to photograph it. That's going to be tomorrow now. I did have thoughts that I was going to take the box of audiobooks over to the bed and list in bed, but I'm really tired. I've been awake since about 4:30 this morning. I woke up at 4:30 and couldn't go back to sleep for some reason. So I think I'm going to call it a day for that. But I feel like I've achieved something. I'm going to go make my cheese on toast, get into bed, and I'm going to eat my dinner in bed. Why the hell shouldn't I? I'm a grown up. I can do what I want. Beep, dogs. Hot. Now, if you enjoyed Soupgate over the last couple of weeks, the discussion about what shape soup is, I can't even say it, about the shape of soup, you're going to love this one. This is very controversial. I think cheese and beans on toast should look like this. I believe that this is the correct way to have your cheese and beans on toast. You make cheese on toast and you put beans on top of it. However, I am aware that huge swathes of the population disagree with me and think that it should be beans on toast with cheese grated on top. I don't like it that way because I do not like the resulting kind of gluiness. I like it this way. I have found very few people in my life who agree with me. Let me know in the comments, which way are you? Are you a cheese first then beans? Beans first then cheese? Let me know. Let's have a fight about it. Maybe not an actual fisticuffs fight. We'll just have like, an adult heated debate because there's a lot of you and if you outnumber me, I might lose. But just a debate. Let's talk. Bright lights, Mogwai. Good afternoon. Filthy windscreen. That rain has been dirty. It is. It's not afternoon. It's still morning. Good morning. It's 20 to 12. I just thought it was afternoon. It's 20 to 12 on Saturday. And I am taking myself to the cinema. I believe I've told you guys this before. Excuse me, I've still got the tail end of this cold. I'm sure I've told you guys before that with my Monzo account, I get a free cinema ticket once a month. And with it being the start of a new month, it has regenerated because I used last month to go and see the Roses. And so I'm taking myself to see Freakier Friday, and Tammy was considering coming with me, but the timing doesn't work for her because she's working this afternoon. The film doesn't finish until 2:20 and she has to be at work by 2:45, and it's more than 25 minutes from one place to the other, from A to B. So she couldn't make it work without risking being late for work. So it's just me. There's Anthony going past with all the dogs. He took the dogs out on a bench. Have you had fun? Good. Hi, cinema. See you later. They've been on a mission. Anthony and the dogs have been on a stomping mission this morning. He's like, we're going to go for a stomp. They love a stomp. So they've been out in the winds. We had a storm here last night, and it was a very fresh wind when I went in the garden this morning. I was like, oh. So I'm taking myself to see Freakier Friday. I don't know if it'd be any good. I am hard about whether to go or not, and then I thought, well, if I don't go, I'm going to rot in my bed today because I feel very nothingy. I feel like doing nothing. So I said to myself, right, you will go to the cinema. On the way back from the cinema, you'll go to the unit. I've forgotten the stuff I was going to be taking to the unit, so that's worked very well. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'll go without it. It can go another day. But yes, on the way back from the cinema, I'll pop to the unit and pick up the stuff that I've sold. Because I'm working tomorrow. It's Sunday tomorrow, as you know, because that comes after Saturday. You know days of the week. You're all fully aware of the days of the week. And I do not often work a Sunday, but I am working this week. Which means, sorry, tricky junction. Thank you, bus driver. Which means tomorrow I won't have any time to go to the unit because the unit is only open 10 till 4, and I will be at work in those hours. So I'll go to the unit on the way home today, get up the stuff I've sold. Tomorrow will be a busy old day. Well, it won't be a busy old day as in, you know, I'll go to the car boot early, get done, get home, get gone. I need a... Sorry, I'm very aware, because it's a very windy day, there's a lot of stuff kind of blowing around, so I'm a bit more aware. I'm trying to be a bit more aware of stuff that could blow under the car. Shower tonight. Shower and hair wash. I very much need a fringe trim. I had something I was going to tell you guys and I don't know what it was. Not a clue.
But now isn't the time for small screen questions. It's time to sit back and relax in front of the big screen.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Hello. Here we are.
It's very blowy out. Okay. Was that a good film? Not really. It wasn't terrible. It was a watchable film, but it was... I don't know whether it's me, maybe I've changed, but I'm finding a lot of modern films very disjointed. And like bits, I think, where they haven't explained story enough there for that to make sense or whatever. And yeah, it wasn't a great film. It was okay, and I spent most of it trying to work out who the male lead was, what I'd seen him in before, and it turns out it's I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. His name's Manny Jacinto, and he played Jason in The Good Place, which is where I'd seen him before, but I hadn't seen that for a few years. So I spent most of the film trying to go, where do I know him from? What have I seen him in? It was okay. It was free. It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's a free ticket. So I think if I'd bear in mind it's about 12 or 13 quid, I think, for a ticket in some of the seats. If I'd paid that, I'd be annoyed. It was okay. Oh. I am going to... I've got to pop in Morrison's to get milk, and then to the unit, I think. I was in two minds about whether to go to the unit now or leave it for Monday, because I'll probably have to go again Monday, but I may as well go and get what I need. Right, Morrison's for milk. It's very leafy in here. I'm feeling the urge for a ham hock salad for tea, and I only wish I'd thought of it when I was in Morrison's a minute ago, because now I have to stop at Tesco. My brain is the most disorganised place on the planet. While I'm whinging about stuff, why have all my knicker elastics all given up at the same time? Like, in recent weeks, I've thrown at least 3 pairs of knickers in the bin because the elastics have gone. What am I doing differently? Have I changed? Changing your washing powder wouldn't suddenly wither your elastics, would it? I mean, I know I've lost some weight, but I didn't think I'd lost enough weight for my knickers to fall off. But yeah, recently, at least one day a week, I'm going, well, these aren't any good anymore. I've spent the entire day hoiking at them today, so they're going in the bin when they come off. I'd like to know why. Why have they all gone at once? hock, it's honey roast chunk. Well, I made it out with the dogs. Got to the spot where I normally sit, and there's some Mr. Whip. What is this stuff? It says drink infusion cartridge, and somebody's obviously had a whole box of it and chucked all their rubbish in it. It's obviously ute. But what do they do with it? I don't really understand what they do. It says food additive nitrous oxide, so they obviously sniff it or something. I don't really understand what it is in the first place. I suppose I could Google it. I'm plainly not down with the kids. I'm certainly not down with the kids chucking rubbish everywhere. Not down with that at all. I'll come up possibly tomorrow after work with a black bin bag and do a clean up. I could go back now and get a black bin bag, but I'm already tired today. But yeah, I'll pop up tomorrow night with me. My rubber gloves and a black bin bag and have a clean up here, because that's not the only rubbish that I've just shown you. There's a few other bits chucking around, so. But yeah, I don't know what that stuff, like I said, I presume they get some kind of high off it. I realise I sound like somebody's mum, but then I am somebody's mum. I think we go back with the dogs in a minute. We'll do a 15-minute tidy of the bedroom, set a timer, do a 15-minute blast on the bedroom, tidy it as best we can in 15 minutes, and then get in the shower. So it's 6 o'clock, it's not even that late in the day, but I've had a long old day again. I don't know why it seemed so long, because I don't seem to have achieved much within it. Not achieved much all week, really. It's been a low achieving week. 15-minute tidy when we get back. See what we can achieve in the bedroom in 15 minutes. Echo, set a 15-minute timer.
Good evening, Carla. 15 minutes, starting now.
Echo, how long is left on my timer?
You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on your 15-minute timer.
Echo, cancel my timer. I'm back, one shower and one stubbed little toe later. Caught me a little toe on the corner of the bath, well, corner of the bath really, corner of the bath panel, you know, thing. And why does it hurt so much? It's ridiculous. Don't you remember that chap? I think the film was called like 72 Hours or something like that. And he was rock climbing. It was a true story. And he was rock climbing and he fell and got his arm trapped in a crevice and had to cut his own arm off so that he could get to freedom. And I'm like, and how am I behaving as though when I've stubbed my toe, I've suffered a life-threatening injury when people are out there doing that? Have I got a low pain threshold? Am I a wimp? Or little toes weird? I don't know. All I know is I wailed. And then I started singing to sing through the pain. And Anthony was like, what are you singing about? I was like, I'm singing because I've hurt my toe. Right, it is 7:25. I've got to ring me mother, and then I've got some earrings to pack for some of you guys. And then I'm going to have to sort my hair out, aren't I? Non-stop here. Well, all that's left in my day now is to deal with this and call it a day. I will see you bright and early for the car boot sale. Good morning on Sunday. It is just gone 7 minutes past 7 to be precise by the car clock. You see before you a woman who has very much forced herself out of the house. I woke up at about 4:30 and went back to sleep, and I went into a very nice dream, and I think I was probably just about to have an amorous encounter with a glamorous man. And I woke up I woke up and I was like, oh, because you can never get back into the same dream, can you? You know this, you can never get back into the same dream. I cut my fringe last night, by the way. I think I've done an okay job, although it does look a bit jagged in this light, so it might need looking at. It was dry when I cut it, but only just, and now it's dried a bit more. It may have moved around a bit, so it needs checking in case I've left any jaggedy bits. I don't know what I was saying before I caught sight of my own fringe in the camera. You can never get back into the same dream. You wake up or somebody wakes you up at a crucial point in a lovely dream and you're like, oh, I could just go back to sleep. No, it's gone. It's gone. So yeah, so much for my rendezvous. That's over and gone forever. I am off to the car boot sale. It's not just the dream that made me not want to get up, it's the fact that it's cold, it's grey. I've got to go to work later, which meant I had to go early. I hate having to do anything. I'm very, very bad at being compelled to do anything. That's why I'm better at being self-employed than in employment, because although I'm actually a very good employee from the point of view of being responsible, reliable, efficient, you know, I know my own worth as an employee, but I also know my faults as an employee, which I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to have to go. I resent having to go. So yeah, I resented having to get up today simply because I had to do it at a certain time. Whew, I'm up, I am going. Let's go and see if we can get a few bargains. I haven't brought a great deal of money with me because I feel like I don't need to buy very much. And also, I don't feel confident there will be a lot to buy today. Now, the last time I said that, there was all sorts of wonderful stuff. But today I feel like it's cold, it's grey, and not many people will be there. The only people I'm expecting to see there are the regular traders, and they have the regular stock, which I have picked over many times before. They all add a little bit extra in now and again, but if I only see the regular traders, then I've seen the bulk of their stock in the past. So I think it might be famous last words again on the won't be many people here, because we are fully set up in this bit of courtyard and everything. The entire place is full, and when the entire place is full, that means there's people here who aren't usually here. So yeah, it might be famous last words and I might not have bought enough money, but remind myself that I bought enough money for the amount of stuff that I need to buy, which is not much. Look how big Quality Street Tins used to be. Okay, if you are my age, you probably remember sitting on a Sunday night with one of these tape recorders trying to record the top 10 on a cassette, trying to stop it before the radio DJ started rabbiting. That is such a memory for me. A few years later I upgraded to one of those and thought I was the absolute bee's knees stacking system.
Much later.
I've just driven home from work and there is an aroma in my vehicle. And I don't know what it is. It sort of smells like wet trainers. Sort of smells like wet... Anthony's agreeing. Sort of smells like wet trainers, and I don't know why there'd be wet trainer smell in my car. But I'm going to get all the rubbish out and see if that helps. There is some empty food packaging. So somebody's left. That's a cold coffee cup. That might be smelly because it'd be milky. Sorry. There's Anthony going, sorry.
Definitely that.
That'd be you.
It is that.
It is that. He says it's definitely that. And in the back here is another one.
No.
Yes.
All from 2 different occasions.
Yes. Another one.
That might be it too.
Another one. So that might have something to do with why my car does not smell its best. So we'll get rid of those and see if it improves. There is various other bits of rubbish as well. Unfortunately, I'm not a tidy car person. I wish I was. I wish I was naturally tidy in the car, but I'm not. Maybe that'll improve the situation. Just made a batch of apple cinnamon muffins for Tammy to take to her friends at bingo tonight, and sadly this one isn't very presentable. Look, what a shame. I'll have to eat it. Actually still really hot, like really hot. Oh, my oven timer's still gone off. Hang on, where was I? These are the apple crumble muffins, which I've I've been making recently with windfall apples and stuff like that. So one of the things that I got this morning at the car boot sale was a wig. Full story to be revealed. Hang on. Natalie's just tried it on and I think it's remarkable. I've never seen you with so much hair.
And yeah, I have a lot of hair. This is a
Yeah.
dense wig.
It's it had a kind of a mesh bag thing. Have you taken that off or is it still attached in there somewhere? You look,
Though, isn't it?
I don't know what you look like. You look like an Instagram influencer. Can you do that nail tappy thing that they do? Perfect. You have to go, guys, I'm so excited.
Put it on.
I tried this morning, I couldn't do it.
We are ready. We were born ready.
What do you think?
Remarkable.
I have to say, this may not be the wig for me. This may not be... Oh my, how do people stop their earrings getting caught in long hair and stuff? This may not be the right style for me. Because I don't think my face goes with it.
I do see what you mean, weirdly enough.
I don't think I've got the right kind of face for this.
Do you
hair.
remember on the passport booths where you used to be able to know what you want and it would like put you with the Man United team?
Yeah, I don't think I've got the right kind of face for this hair at all. And there's a lot of... do people honestly walk around with this much hair in their face all the time? Because that would drive me bonkers.
You're not, because of having the full fringe, your front bit is usually short, isn't
I'm trying
it?
to pull it out of my face. Imagine having all of that in your face all the time. I can see it.
Hairband's down so low, you look a bit like a pirate.
Should it be up there?
Yeah, but there's a reason you have a full fringe.
I have an 8 head. That's why I have a fringe. Number of people said to me, "Why don't you grow your fringe out?" Because
This is why.
This is why. Yeah. It looks more natural all the way up there. The hair looks like it hangs right, but look at that. Look at that forehead. Nobody's walking around like that, are they?
You could be. This could be you.
And on that slightly bizarre note, that's the end of this week's waffle. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.